We continue the positive start to 2021. I know we're all glad that 2020 is over for several reasons. But we continue the positive start to this year with a ceremony welcoming 5 public safety personnel into the Hattiesburg Police Department and the Hattiesburg Fire Department. In December, we held our first ever joint swearing-in ceremony, at least in my administration, and it worked so well, we decided to do it again. And I think it was a good luck charm because we had more people come in to come into our departments. As I said then, we have the 2 best public safety departments in the state of Mississippi. We train our officers and our firefighters well. We hold them to a higher standard of conduct, both on and off duty. We as a community value them. We invest in them. We see that with the addition of Fire Station number 9 on Highway 49 for our fire department that will open later this spring. We see that with our police department with a $30 million public safety building that will open up early next year. We want to make sure that they have opportunities to make a good living and go after higher education. And so the value we place on officers and the value that our community places on officers and firefighters, that tends to spur others to want to join our ranks, whether in the academy or as lateral transfers. The Hattiesburg Fire Department, whom we'll start with this morning, now stands as a Class 3 fire department, having achieved that status last summer under the leadership of Chief Rocco Stewart and Assistant Chief Danny Wade, as well as all of our battalion chiefs and our Director of Training, Chris Carr. And so today, we welcome 3 firemen to the Hattiesburg Fire Department. They join a fire department with a great legacy. Our department story, as I've said many times, began over 100 years ago with a couple of horses and a few men. And that story is now going to a force of 120 firefighters with another academy beginning soon. And a catchment area that includes 8 stations, soon to be 9, and just everything that's going right now in our fire department. We do want to mention that Chief Stewart today is on the front lines of a pandemic, and he is with the Department of Health and all of their vaccination and testing sites around the state. We want to think of him during this time. But the rich legacy of our department goes beyond fighting fires or assisting on medical calls or being the first on the scene in many cases to an accident. It is one steeped in training, service to one's community, and the consistent pursuit of excellence in all aspects of work. And so today, I'm going to introduce you to the 3 folks that we now swear in officially. Thomas Scoggin is 21 years old. He began, and when I said he was 21, I had to laugh because they're getting younger and younger. He began his career with our fire department actually last summer, and he graduated from Laurel Christian High School and Jones County Junior College, and he completed his training at the State Fire Academy last December. He is the son of Patrick and Kelly Scoggin, who I think are here today, and he currently resides in Laurel, and he is engaged to be married, and if they can find a date in the middle of the pandemic, they'll get married soon. So we welcome Thomas Scoggin. We also welcome Mr. Anthony Ratcliffe, who began his career with the fire department late last summer as well. He is a Hattiesburg High graduate, graduating in 2002. He has worked for our city before in the Parks and Recreation Department. He did training at both our fire academy as well as the State Fire Academy, finishing there last December. And he is the son of Anthony and Joyce Ratcliffe, and he is a Hattiesburg resident. I think his family is here today. His mother, Joyce Ratcliffe, his girlfriend, Zane Adams, and their children, Anthony Ratcliffe III and Miracle Ratcliffe. And so we welcome him, one of our own, into our fire department as well. And finally, Zane Adams. He is 24 years old, and he began his career with us at the fire department. He graduated from Kettle High School in 2014. He finished his training at the State Fire Academy last December, and he is the son of Kimberly Kirk and is also engaged to be married later this year. And so we will swear these 3 officers in, and then I will turn it over to Assistant Chief Wade to put their badges on them. So we'll start with Anthony Ratcliffe. If you'll raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Anthony Ratcliffe, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi and obey the laws thereof. That I am not disqualified from holding the office of firefighter for the city of Hattiesburg, Mississippi,
for the city of Hattiesburg, Mississippi,
that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of a firefighter
the duty of a firefighter
of said city
of said city,
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Zane, you will raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Zane Adams,
I, Zane Adams,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully support
that I will faithfully support
the Constitution of the United States of America
the Constitution of the United States of America,
and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi,
the Constitution of the State of Mississippi,
and obey the laws thereof,
and obey the laws thereof,
that I am not disqualified
that I am not disqualified
from holding the office of firefighter
from holding the office of firefighter
for the city of Hattiesburg, Mississippi,
for the city of Hattiesburg, Mississippi,
that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of a firefighter
the duties of a firefighter
of said city
of said city,
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
And finally, Thomas Scoggin, if you'll raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Thomas Scoggin,
I, Thomas Scoggin,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully support
that I will faithfully support
the Constitution of the United States of America
the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi,
and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi,
and obey the laws thereof,
and obey the laws thereof,
that I am not disqualified
that I am not disqualified
from holding the office of firefighter
from holding the office of firefighter
for the city of Hattiesburg, Mississippi,
for the city of Hattiesburg, Mississippi,
that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of a firefighter
the duties of a firefighter
of said city
of said city,
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
And now I will turn it over for his comments, Assistant Chief Danny Wade.
Good morning, and I want to thank y'all for coming to the ceremony. I want to give a special welcome to you three men and your families, and welcome y'all to the Hattiesburg Fire Department. I want to congratulate you on your commitment to serve the citizens of this great city. As the mayor stated, I'm the Assistant Chief Danny Wade. I am standing here before you in the absence of our Chief Sherocco Stewart, who is fulfilling his military obligations. Edward F. Croker said, "When a man becomes a fireman, his greatest act of bravery has been accomplished. What he does after that is just in the line of work." As firefighters, we have all taken the oath of office as a pledge to defend the Constitution of the United States. This oath includes a willingness to place others above ourselves and to follow the regulations of the department. It's our duty to the public that we are sworn to protect, even though we know that injury or death is always a card in our hand. However, this is not a blind dedication. We aspire every day to make our profession safer through training and procedures. We know that our success comes with balance of training, experience, and knowledge. Being a firefighter and serving your community is one of the most civic-minded undertakings that can be done outside of serving in our great military. To the firefighter, this oath is a representation of the heart you have for helping others. To the community you were sworn to serve, the oath is a hero's pledge. A pledge of someone who will save the life of a loved one, a stranger, a fellow firefighter, or maybe your own. You men have sworn an oath, not for tradition, but for an earnest commitment under God to your country and community. Our republic will endure as long as you stand up. Show courage in what may seem like your darkest hour to honor your oath. With pulse racing and adrenaline rushing, your desire to help others will keep you pushing forward into the fire. As I leave you this morning, take this note with you. All men are created equal, then a few become firefighters. So welcome to the greatest department on earth. You are the hero without the cape. You are now headed for fireman. Thank you.
Now we're going to do a quick changeover. We're going to ask our firemen to step down, and then we'll ask our two police laterals to come up, as well as Chief Seeley and Chief Sims. Now move to the Hattiesburg Police Department. Today is the first lateral swearing-in ceremony for Chief Peggy Seeley, who's becoming the acting chief, as well as the first ceremony for Assistant Chief Hardy Sims. We hope this is the first of many as we endeavor to move toward full staffing. Our department continues to be an early adopter of more progressive ways of doing law enforcement. The Hattiesburg Police Department was the first law enforcement agency accredited in the state of Mississippi. That holds us to over 400 standards of law enforcement put forward by CALEA. Under Chief Seeley's vision, officers doing law enforcement the Hattiesburg way, being visible, community-centric, communicating with neighbors will only get stronger. And so today, we welcome in two transfers into our department. The first of which is Mr. Jared Dearman. He grew up in Pearl River County and went to Pearl River Central High School. He also went to Pearl River Community College and studied at William Carey, finishing his Bachelor of Arts degree in Criminal Justice from USM in 2006. He completed his Mississippi Law Enforcement Command College in 2017. He attended the academy, our academy, in 2008 and worked with us 9 years before transferring down to Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, and so we're glad to have one of our own back with us. He also had served in the military, serving in the Mississippi Army National Guard for 4 years as an infantry soldier, and he's married to Heather Edwards Dearman, who is with us today. We also welcome Mr. Dustin Mcmullen, who grew up in Decatur, Mississippi, graduated from Decatur High School, received an associate's degree from East Central Community College, and then a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Delta State University. He went to the Mississippi Police Corps Training Academy in 2002, and also started his career with HPD as a patrol officer. He has 15 years of law enforcement experience, and we welcome him back into our ranks as well. He also served 14 years in the Mississippi Army National Guard, where he was trained in both missiles and combat military police. He is married to Jessica Marble McMullen, who is here with us today. So we will now swear in these two officers, and then they will be back. Their badges will be given to them by Chief Seeley. So we'll start with Jared. If you'll raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Jared Dearman,
I, Jared Dearman,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully support
that I will faithfully support
the Constitution of the United States of
the
America
Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi,
and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi,
and obey the laws thereof,
and obey the law thereof,
that I am not
that
disqualified
I am not disqualified
from holding the office of police officer
from holding the office of police officer
of the city of Hattiesburg, Mississippi,
of the city of Hattiesburg, Mississippi,
that I will faithfully discharge
that I faithfully discharge
the duties of police
the
officer
duties of police officer
of said city,
of said city,
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Dustin Mcmullen, you'll step forward. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Dustin Mcmullen,
I, Dustin Mcmullen,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully support
that I will faithfully support
the Constitution of the United States of America
the Constitution of the United States of America,
and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi,
the Constitution of the State of Mississippi,
and obey the laws thereof.
and obey the laws thereof,
That I am not disqualified
that I am not disqualified
from holding the office of police officer
from holding the office of police officer
of the city of Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
of the city of Hattiesburg, Mississippi,
That I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of a police officer
the duties of a police officer
of said city,
of said city,
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I'll now call up for the first time as Chief. Chief, take a seat.
Good morning. We welcome Jared Dearman, Dustin Mcmullen to joining the Hattiesburg Police Department. These two officers bring almost 30 years of experience to the department. Both officers have Hattiesburg training in community policing. From patrol officer to the chief, we all have opportunities every day to gain information in the beats and areas that we serve, and to know the citizens and listen to their concerns. Police officers must be at the front line of serving our citizens with justice and respect. Absolute commitment to the highest of professionalism, honesty, and integrity. Integrity. Hold your integrity at all times, even when no one is looking. Our training, our level of service of commitment, doing the right thing, is second to none. The Hattiesburg way. Lastly, when performing your duties, I ask you to always ask yourself, is it the right thing for the community? Ask yourself, is it the right thing for the Hattiesburg Police Department and for the citizens, city of Hattiesburg? We welcome you back to Hattiesburg.
And as I do each time we have one of these swearing-in ceremonies, I did meet with both of our groups of lateral transfers, both of the fire department and the police department, to let them know what our expectations as a community are. They know that a reputation that has taken decades and over actually a century to build is now in their hands. And they'll be watched both on duty and off duty, and they're to conduct themselves with integrity and character in how they act, but also in how they speak. And assume that someone is always watching, as Chief Seeley said, integrity. I think it's an exciting time to be in Hattiesburg. Today is a reminder that even in some really challenging times, as we go into a new year, we're doing our part to keep this city, its residents, its businesses, and its visitors safe. And the future is bright, and we look forward to all that we will accomplish this year. Thank you for coming.